Hi there, welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to learn a couple of techniques today, and one of them you probably have seen but never really known how they've done this. My favorite herb is probably basil, and it's, we went through a pesto class before, and I hope you get a chance to see that, one of our previous classes that are online here too. But basil is probably the queen of all herbs. The king of all herbs, of course, is tarragon, and we'll do a class on tarragon as well. But when I use basil, and I use it for pesto frequently, there's a technique that I like to do to make the dish more attractive looking and also tasty. And that is a chiffonade of basil. So you buy basil, like you can get it at a produce market. If you're lucky enough to have a Trader Joe's, you can use Trader Joe's. It comes in a plastic tub. Bring it home and fish out the big leaves like this. This is Genovese basil. It's from Liguria, Italy. That's the home of pesto and basil in in Italy. When you go there, if you're have the opportunity to go, it's everywhere. It grows like weeds, and they use it in almost every dish they create. I use it in a lot of my dishes as well. Not the dried stuff, okay? Not the dried. Basta. No dried basil. You want the fresh stuff. So in order to make a really attractive presentation on a dish, you can julienne basil. So you stack a whole bunch of the leaves. See these leaves? You stack them one after another like a deck of cards. And then you roll them. Just roll them up like this. And then cut off the end. And then what you do is you simply ribbon. This is like a ribbon. See how easy that is? Make sure your knife is sharp. Don't cut yourself, but make sure your knife is sharp enough to do this. And here is the julienne of basil, which goes beautifully on any dish, and it smells great. So there's your basil. Now, garlic, the other thing that I absolutely love. I buy garlic, fresh garlic like this. I also buy the easy, convenient ones that are in the bags. I buy the big bags. I think they're about 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds, and they're cleaned garlic cloves. And that's the one that I showed you in a previous class, where you chop them up in a food processor, cover the whole thing in oil, put them in a sealed container like a quart or maybe a gallon jug, and fish them out as you need them and use them in the kitchen. But if you go to buy garlic, don't be afraid to dig into the bin, and don't pick the ones right off the top. Look for the ones that are heavy. They feel heavier because they have more moisture, because they're fresher. These are the ones that you want. They're tighter heads as well. You can grow in the garden like I do, but just go to the store and buy it. So the way to easily separate the garlic, I don't want to scare you, but I'm going to do this anyway. Take the flat of your hand and hit it like this. What it does is it just shatters the whole head, and all the bulbs come loose. And then when you go to use a fresh one to get all the garlic skin off, you just take the flat of the knife again, hit it on top of here with the flat of your hand like this, and the skin comes right off, and then you can cut it in small pieces by dicing. It comes off easily, a lot easier than what I'm doing right now, but it does come off. And then you can dice it and julienne it as well. And I love it. Italian perfume. It smells good. Hopefully you have somebody in your life that appreciates that. So garlic, again, is a staple in the kitchen. Basil is a staple in your kitchen. And this is how you make the julienne ribbons. They're absolutely beautiful. Because when you buy basil, it usually comes in big clumps like this. And when you look for the ones in the packages, if you're buying fresh, that not necessarily have the biggest leaves, but they have a combination of all. And make sure that they don't have any brown or black or dark spots. And here's something to look for as well. You don't necessarily want to get them when they go to seed or to flower like this. When you grow it in your garden, once they start to flower like this, the plant starts to die, and the plant starts to just crap out, frankly. So what I do is I start pinching off the basil when they start getting 2 little new leaves. Just pinch them back, take off those leaves, and the plant grows smaller, more compact and bushier. And garlic also likes anchovies as well, so put a half of an anchovy at the bottom of the basil plant. Going on to a new one.